I just flew to Croatia in May of 2021, officially starting my life as a nomad. This was the night before I left my parents' house, again, indefinitely. We had some really fun conversations, and of course, we shared some laughs too. As much of the normal fun we were having, none of us really knew the next time we'd be physically together like this again. If like this at all.
Are you kidding me? It's dual-sided?
Yeah, so you can do it this way, which is way easier.
I've never seen that. Holy crap.
Wait.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
This calm, relaxed time connecting with family was priceless. Time slipped away too quickly. As much as it pained me and made me feel guilty to tear myself away, packing and travel preparations couldn't wait.
I think an amalgamation of like 4 different guys from high school came up and he's like, I think you're beautiful, and kisses me. I'm like, I feel great now. I know, it was such a... And the train was like outdoors.
The goodbyes came too quickly too. Bye, BJ. I'm never ready. Next came my biggest travel challenge to date, moving abroad during COVID-19. I've kinda done this before, but in the other direction, from Japan back to Seattle in August of 2020. Restrictions leaving my home country rather than coming back to it were much tighter. I ended up having to get a rapid PCR test. I had to present this to British Airways before I could board my flight. If I tested positive, I would not be allowed onto my flight. That didn't happen though, thank goodness. When the PCR test came back negative, it was quite suddenly time to go. My family is the best. She's got a whole posse. Me too. Support crew. Not to be the rope, but still special. More experienced travelers have told me that you never say goodbye, only see you later. It is actually easier and more comforting. I gave everyone the biggest hugs I could and wished that I didn't have to let them go. They followed me all the way to the TSA line and waved at me until the very last minute. It's not an image I'll ever forget. My emotions running high, it was hard to keep track of everything, but luckily, I had to focus on getting to my gate. And you know what? After everything, I got on that plane. And it sure was one empty Boeing 787. I had the whole row to myself and a surprising amount of privacy, which was good because I really needed to cry. I tried to brace myself with some tea, and then tried something else. I watched a little bit of Wonder Woman 1984, and although I'm terrible at sleeping on planes, I managed to sleep for a couple of hours before the flight landed in London. So I just ran in London for my flight connection. This is all I have to my name. Oh, my water bottle's popping out. I better watch for that. Now I'm gonna try to connect to my gate.
Please hold on. Transit is departing. Next stop, B gates. Second stop, arrivals, baggage reclaim, and flight connections to terminals.
Finally, I boarded the next flight to Zagreb, Croatia. Raindrops slid down my window. I was so ready to swap rainy London for sunny Croatia. I flipped through Croatia Airlines in-flight magazine, finished my book, and 2 hours later, we touched down in Zagreb. I had all of the necessary paperwork, and the border turned out to be no problem. Mainly, I had my negative PCR COVID test taken within 48 hours. You've really gotta have that. I made it! I'm here! I'm here in Croatia! Oh, this has been a process. Okay, So I just finished 12 hours of flying. I flew from Seattle to London, and then just most recently, London to Zagreb, and tomorrow I will fly from Zagreb to Dubrovnik for some exciting programming happening this week. I landed really late, just after 11 p.m. and I arrived here basically at midnight. So tonight I'm exhausted and completely beat. I'm going to take a shower and I'm gonna wind down and get some sleep so I can get up early tomorrow for some breakfast and getting everything organized again. Let's move on to what happens next. Good morning, Zagreb. I was so excited to greet my first full day and full cup of coffee in Croatia. Finally, I made it onto my third flight, Zagreb to Dubrovnik. Where the next flight goes, I don't even know. For a long time now, I've told anyone who will listen that Seattle-Tacoma Airport is the most beautiful one to fly into. However, now, after getting a bird's eye view of the Dalmatian coast and islands, I can honestly say that Seattle has some competition. So I've finally made it here to Croatia, and it feels really good. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow!
Even I love that kind of come around the bend.
Just like super tourist right now. That's it for this video. The next one you'll see is me getting into Dubrovnik and settling in around there, some of my first impressions and experiences. Stay tuned. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or write a comment below. I love chatting with you there. And until next time, Hvala, vidimo se.